Word. What's up, everyone? It's Tristan with Realty, and in today's video, we're going to be discussing the first step in the home buying process, which is receiving your pre-qualification letter. But do you know the difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter, and which one holds more weight when you're starting your home buying process? Well, in today's video, we're going to discuss the difference between the two, so stay tuned. You might not want to miss out on this great information. So you decide to move forward with the home buying process. Great for you. And if you remember the last video when we talked about the 10 basic steps to buying your home, the first step is the pre-qualification letter. Why is the pre-qualification letter so important? Well, for a couple of reasons. The first reason would be, you ever went grocery shopping or shopping for clothes or anything, and you get to the register and you're unsure how much money you have in your account or on your credit card? Well, it's sort of like that, but on a much larger scale. It would be very, very, very hurtful and stressful for you and your family to go through the process of looking at multiple homes for weeks or even months, finding the home of your dream, and then when you go to the bank to get the money to finance the purchase, they say you don't qualify for it. It would kind of be like that. So it's very important to have a pre-qualification letter before you get started to know how much you could qualify for. The second reason is when you're dealing with a seller and he has multiple offers on his home from client A or client B. Client A has a pre-qualification letter, client B does not. Even if client A submitted a lower offer with a pre-qualification letter, he may be a more viable option to the seller for someone who hasn't been pre-qualified. And in this day and age, most sellers do not accept the offer from someone that's not pre-qualified. So I said in the beginning of the video, there's a difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter. Well, let me explain. A pre-qualification letter, the lender will verify some very generic information like your credit score, income, debt-to-income ratio, and assets, and say how much you could qualify for on a loan. The pre-approval takes it a step further. They're going to actually verify the information on your credit score, debt-to-income ratio, rental history, and amongst other things to make sure that you're actually good to go, and then they tell you how much you are approved for. This is a much stronger letter when submitting offers on properties, and the seller has to accept multiple offers. Let's say you have client A here who has a pre-qualification letter, and we'll put in for the max offer that the seller is looking for. Great. But then you have client B here with a pre-approval and submits an offer for $5,000 less. Which one's the best option? I don't know. It's going to be up to the seller, but he may be more inclined to go with someone with a pre-approval letter versus a pre-qualification letter, even if the offer is $5,000 less. Why? Because he knows it could be less hiccups and headaches along the way when the member being able to get the approved funding to finance the purchase of their home than dealing with someone with a pre-qualification letter who hasn't went through that whole process yet. So the importance is the approval letter holds a lot more weight because it's a more vetted, verified, and actually approved letter of how much you do qualify for versus a pre-qualification letter which saying how much you could qualify for. Now, like I said, all you need is a pre-qualification letter to work with most real estate agents and submit most offers. But if you're really serious and you want to come in with the strongest offer and show that you're really serious, you may want to go a step further and get that pre-approval letter. Now, that pre-approval letter is normally good for 60 to 90 days, and most lenders will ask you to lock in your rate when going this route. So that may be something else you want to consider. Disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor, I am not a loan officer or a lender, so I highly advise you talk to one and find out what's the best options for you going forward. So now you know the importance of having a pre-qualification letter and the difference between a pre-qualification letter and a pre-approval letter. But if you still need more information, have any additional questions, if there's anything else I can help you out with, please reach out to me via Facebook, Instagram, Like website, or email. Give me a phone call or text or swing by the office. I'm always available to help you guys out. Until then, happy house hunting, and you guys have a blessed day.